Welcome back to DXB Today. Tonight we are exploring the beverage industry in the UAE, and we cannot explore the beverage industry in the UAE without the next guest. He is the legend when it comes to everything beverage here in the region. Yes, he tastes a new beverage every single day. Hard life for some, isn't it? But he's an expert, and that's why we got him on. Mr. Sechere is in the house. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Honestly, it's a big pleasure to be here. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
How'd you become a beverage expert?
I started in the industry pretty young, and then just kind of grew and learned as much as I could. I became a bit of a nerd with it. Started traveling to meet all kinds of different professionals in the industry and seeing their techniques, trying my techniques, and seeing how I could do it. And eventually I landed in the Middle East somehow.
Look at Lane, he's transfixed.
I know, it's amazing because that's a great question. That's an amazing question because that's something I would love to be. But do you ever get annoyed or like sick of the same beverages, or is there something that really just monotonous about it?
I wouldn't say that, because I think drinks can taste differently depending on the time of day, depending on your experience that morning. The cup it's in. There's so many different factors, little tiny nuances with every single drink. So even if you're talking about water, which you've kind of talked about a little bit throughout the day, there are so many different variances, pH level, the type of glass it's in. I've done an amazing experiment with glassware, wine glasses, where not only just water, we tasted cold brew coffee in wine glasses to see how it would be affected. And depending on where it hits the tongue, it brings out different notes. There's so much in beverage. It's a mountain of knowledge, really.
I have to jump in. I met you, I think, maybe 7 or 8 years ago when I was starting my journey. And at that point, you were working with a brand. You've now evolved into somebody who is really doing their own thing, and you are the go-to when it comes to developing beverage menus. How did you make that transition, or what advice might you give to somebody who would be interested?
For me, I mean, I'm a big NBA fan, and there's the Mamba mentality, always trying to be better than you were the day before. And I think I just really doubled down on trying to learn as much as I can and just going for it, trying and not being afraid to fail with it. And it's kind of led me to this amazing career where I've had so many different travel opportunities, met so many amazing people that are doing things on a very big level. I'm working with Monin right now, and Monin has been around since 1912. So if you're going to work with any company as a beverage expert, they're one of the main ones. And I think it's just really, really double downing on and believing in yourself and trying to see how far you can push things. That's really what's taken me to this point.
Dan, I like that you mentioned you like to keep on learning. I'm one of those weird people who likes to read on the newest study, or one day somebody's saying, oh, don't drink coffee. The other day somebody's saying, do drink coffee, 3 cups a day or something like that. So how has health, you think, played a role in our beverage choices?
Massive, massive role, especially these days. So you have people really thinking about ingredients. It started off with people reading the label, seeing how many calories are in there, seeing what the sugar content is, to the point that it's even influenced a company like Monin, which is a sugar syrup, basically, to reduce sugar, find ways to introduce flavor without having too much sugar, right? So there's a big impact from the health side. Now you have functional drinks. So a lot of people are taking those functional mushrooms. They'll take reishi mushrooms, whatever it may be, put it in a little cup of water, shoot that back, and their brain is going to explode with knowledge.
There's mushroom coffee now too, right?
Mushroom coffee, there's protein coffee. There's so many different types of they've taken the traditional beverage and added more elements to it to make us more superhuman, I guess. So
let's talk about the industry as a whole. We were together a few days ago at the Golf Bar Show, and that was a huge success. How do you see the industry evolving in this region?
Well, I think that brought a lot of amazing business conversations. It's no longer just about having orange juice, this and that, and just boxes being sold to consumers. It's about creating experiences. It's about creating moments with beverages. And now you're seeing hybridization in terms of businesses that are being developed. So maybe there's a barbershop coffee shop, right? So they're using the beverages to lead consumers to their other endeavors. So I think that there's a lot of great business opportunities that will come from things like the Golf Bar Show, things like just the way that the overall industry is developing around the world. And the UAE, with all the different entrepreneurial minds that are here, I think I'm starting to have conversations with people about some very interesting ideas. So I think in the next few years, especially with the developments happening in Ras Al Khaimah, Sharjah, everywhere, we're gonna see some very interesting stuff, and I think we're gonna lead the categories in a lot of ways.
You have developed a drink that has my name.
Yes.
We can maybe talk offline about where you could get that.
Yep.
But I like in hearing these briefs from clients, is there anything you're really excited to see, or when you get it? Because like you said, like sky's the limit here. Is there something you're working on now? Maybe you can tell us about, or?
I think for myself, I'm always, people always come to me for Japanese cocktails or drinks or anything like that, because I'm very tapped into that culture with matcha, with teas. My good friend Victoria Toma, she has a place called Ikigaicha, and she does incredible work educating people about Japanese green tea, matchas, hojicha, you name it. So I got my certification from her. So looking at the Asian style of beverage, the different types of beverages they do there, I like taking riffs on those, right? Because they're very creative, right? And they like kind of fusing different textures and styles together. So that's something I'm always excited to work on. Something may be coming up very near future in terms of that as well. And also my journey with coffee has been a long one. I'm not gonna claim that I'm Lane, you know, because Lane is the foremost coffee regional expert.
Brings his own with him. He's got standards.
He's got it in his pockets now. I know.
Exactly. Yeah, I want to see what it is after the show.
Sorry, quickly, like last 30 seconds, and it's going to be a big question for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
But if you had to give one tip to people who want to be the life of the party and making the perfect drink at home or at a house party, what would that be?
Keep it simple. Keep it as simple as possible. Because I think people go and watch a YouTube video, they'll see this expert and they'll try and replicate what they're doing, and then they'll fail at it. So keep it simple, keep all the stuff you need right where you're standing. Don't run around your kitchen trying to find where the spoon is, where the jigger is. You just keep it simple. Make it really delicious with flavor, tiny twist, and that's all you need to do.
I'll add on one thing to that. Put a little bit of Monin syrup in it. Sweet and nice.
You can add some Monin Pure, check out Pure in your grocery stores.
And a bit of whatever is in Lane's pocket there.
Absolutely.